Hello, everyone. My name is Axel Post, and the man across from me is Tate Stone Frasina, and this is Thinking Right Center. And today we have maybe the worst team in all of Major League Baseball with the Colorado Rockies, and we'll go through their electric offseason.
Oh,
They lost Brent Suter, which is objectively a decently big loss because he was pretty good for him last year. Chase Anderson, Austin Wins, and Chris Flexen.
mm,
They gained my player comp, Jacob Stallings.
yep.
They gained Dakota Hudson and Bradley Zimmer.
Who hit a bomb the other day?
Good for him.
Yeah, he's so back.
And they made one trade. They acquired Cal Quantrill for catching prospect Cody Huff.
Kind of a great trade.
Kind of a win for them, we'll see. So we'll do it like we did last offseason. We'll go through position groups and give them a grade. Starting it off with the infield, we will start with catcher this time. Elias Diaz, the All-Star Game MVP, Elias Diaz, if you remember correctly.
Totally forgot about that one, to be honest with you.
You want to guess his F4 from last year?
Two,
No, we had the same F4 as him.
zero.
Zero. Zero.
He's even.
He was dead replacement level player. Not a good. He's just not good. And the backup is Jacob Stallings, who's also not good. So,
Hey, he's good at some things.
like what? What is Jacob Stallings is good at nothing anymore.
He's a leader. He's a leader.
I don't. So catcher, bad. For first base, Chris Bryant, maybe the saddest story in all of baseball. Chris Bryant.
What? Is his body just falling apart?
It kind of feels like it, and I think that the motivation to come back is low because this
He's
team
just lost his will to live from being on
yeah.
the Rockies.
Yeah, it's sad to see how his career has gone. Maybe the move to first base will lengthen his career, like less
Yeah.
physical toll in the body. I would love to see him just put up some numbers, maybe hit.
So good.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if he hits like 25 homers, like has it's just like okay again. Like that'll just make me happy. But first base, a toss up, honestly. Um, Brendan Rodgers at second base, who is shaping up to be a pretty big draft bust.
He plays defense. Not a great hitter.
What I will say, here's what I will say. He made some plate discipline improvements.
Mhm.
He had an 803 OPS in September last year. So pretty good. I think
Yeah.
definitely a guy that you're not going to take any playing time away from him. So I am kind of excited to see what Brendan Rodgers does,
I
like
mean,
full
the
season.
doesn't really matter what the Rockies have this kind of like, let's let it play itself out.
Yep. Third base is Ryan McMahon. How many seasons do you think Ryan McMahon has had a WRC plus over 100?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Mm,
I do not know. How many seasons been in the league?
I'll look it up. This team
Because
preview.
Ryan McMahon, like, weirdly has had some good years.
He has been in the league. I'll go full season since his first full season was 2019. So 2019, 2020, so five.
So 4 years,
Five,
5 years.
5 years with COVID.
Okay, so is that WRC plus over 100?
100.
I'll go twice.
Zero.
No way, dude. Why is
Swear to
he
God.
go?
This is the episode of zeros.
Oh my God, this team's so
So
boring.
I literally wrote down in my notes. I have a much better perception of Ryan McMahon than I should.
I thought he was way better just
Me
because of
too.
its show rating, I guess. I don't know. I don't watch the Rockies.
Me neither. I mean, he's a good defender. I'll give him that. So his WAR is pretty good, but he's really not that good of a hitter.
That's crazy.
Ezekiel Tovar at least is a exciting player to watch. He's
He
22 now.
he could be good and he could get better.
He could get better. He's not Elias Diaz. Like Elias Diaz.
Very high chase rate.
Yeah, I said the same thing. He was bad last year as a rookie. 21 years old though, so it's okay. He swings at fucking everything.
Yeah, his chase rate was like 30-something%, I
And he
think.
has a good hit tool, but if you swing at everything, you're going to strike out a lot. And he struck out like 27, 28% of the time last year. But
Yeah,
at the very least, he's a watchable player because there's something to kind of dream on here. And when you're a Rockies fan, which nobody really is at this point, it's better than nothing.
he has tools.
He does have some good tools. So what are you giving this infield grade?
D minus.
I gave him an F.
It's just so God. I reckon the worst part is I recognize all these names because they all once had hype. And
Yeah,
now it's just the land of helplessness. And how much of this has to do with the Rockies' development?
a good amount. They can't. I mean, it's
Yeah.
bad.
Oh,
They're besides the Rockies are lucky that the Athletics exist in this time frame
exactly.
because
Exactly.
the Athletics get all the hate, but nobody pays attention to just how bad the Rockies are at running an organization.
Yep.
But we will go through the one thing that I am excited to talk about, and it is Nolan Jones, who is going to be their left fielder.
Nolan freaking Jones.
Nolan Jones is fucking good, dude.
He hits the piss out of the ball. He
Hits the ball
throws the piss out of
so
the ball. Yeah.
He had a 3.7 F WAR in 106 games.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good. Hit lefties pretty well. Don't have to platoon him. Has a nuke of an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Nuke of an arm. He was 2020 last year in 106 games
Why did the Guardians let him go?
because the Guardians hate power.
You're right. You're right. He's too
He's
powerful.
too powerful. I have no idea. That was a bad. That's shaping up to be a bad trade because the Guardians could use him.
Yeah.
I think he could hit 30 bombs
I mean, yeah, he's a stud and he's playing at Coors Field.
at Coors Field. He's the one guy in this team that I truly believe in. I think he had a 135 WRC plus last year. Basically carried their entire offense.
Yeah, it's
he
crazy.
he's he started the year in AAA too.
Yeah, I know.
It's just funny. He's not even 26 yet. So
He was like a career AAA guy with the Guardians. I remember like he had some hype as a prospect where I think he struggled a little bit like early on. They're like, okay, when is Nolan Jones coming up? And he just was constantly in AAA. It was like him and Bobby Bradley,
Bobby
which was
Bradley,
like
yeah. I think
always in
so.
AAA.
So my theory, and I've heard a couple other people say this, is that the Bobby Bradley thing didn't work out so much for them that they shedded everybody that reminded them of Bobby Bradley.
Any guy with any semblance of power must leave because
Power and
Bobby
a little bit of
Bradley's
swing, power and swing and miss. If you have a little bit of it, we're gone. We don't want it.
we can't do it.
So they traded Nolan Jones, who is now a monster on a horrible team.
Perfect.
They have a Gold Glove winner in center
Yes, Brent Doyle.
who had a 43 WRC plus.
Yep, 550 OPS and a Gold Glove to show for it.
It's just.
I mean,
Do you know
it's
who Sean Bouchard is?
yes, I do.
Yeah,
The righty hitting left fielder.
he's apparently their right fielder. So
He's very normal.
I yeah, he's got good power. He's gonna be 28 this year. Whatever. It doesn't
It's so
excite me.
unfortunate that I know who Sean Bouchard is.
Yeah, I know.
Like I could be doing so many things with my life, but instead one part of my brain is taken up by knowing who Sean Bouchard is and knowing that Brenton Doyle had a 550 OPS last year.
um, do you know who they claimed off of waivers earlier in the spring?
I do not.
Sam Hilliard is back.
Yes, the heir apparent.
Let's go.
Sam Hilliard, who did not respond to either of our happy birthday wishes.
True. We texted him happy birthday. We did.
Notable.
We don't have his number.
Not a fan.
Yeah, doesn't like his birthday. He doesn't like being congratulated. But yeah, Sam Hilliard, he's gonna hit like what, one ball this year that goes like 8,000 feet, and it's gonna be awesome. So
He's gonna get re-signed. Yeah, that's the Sam Hilliard way.
yeah. Elihuris Montero is a terrible player on their bench. Alan Trejo is another terrible player on their bench. Hunter Goodman, I don't know where he plays defense. He's a bad defender at every position, but he needs to be in the lineup.
Yes.
He hit 35 professional home runs last year, 24 of them in double A.
Yeah.
Or
He's
no,
good.
25 of them in double A, nine of them in triple A. In 15 games, he hit nine home runs in triple A
Yeah.
and
No,
then hit
he's
one in the majors. He hit 35 home runs. He's 24 years old. He should get plate appearances every day, even if I'm blurry on the screen.
he looks like a ghost.
So I fucking look like a ghost always. Doesn't matter if I'm blurry.
I don't know why this keeps happening, but it's hilarious.
Oh,
It comes back after a little
I
bit.
don't know. I'm just gonna keep talking like I did last time.
Yeah.
Um, Also give me Bradley Zimmer because why not? Let him play.
Bradley Zimmer has tools.
He hits the fucking piss out of the ball when he gets one. So
Yeah,
fuck it.
exactly.
So what's your outfield grade?
Because of Nolan Jones, I give it a D.
I did the same thing only because of Nolan Jones. I gave him a D.
I love Nolan Jones.
Let's see
You're
if this
gone.
works. There
You're
we go.
back.
Yeah. So yeah, so far I have an F in the infield, a D in the outfield. And I think we're probably going to go in the same direction when it comes to the pitching staff part of the episode because there's not a pitcher on their team that has a ERA projected lower than a 5.29 or in the
Oh,
starting rotation anyway.
that is a kick to the nuts.
Yeah. Kyle Freeland has been okay at certain parts in his career. I think he's one of these guys where it's just he just proves how hard it is to pitch at Coors Field, man.
The ball just flies.
But it's just they haven't figured out who to sign. And he has a 70 stuff plus too, which is god awful.
That's
So,
just he just throws sliders and two seamers.
so he's bad. Cal Quantrill is, I hate to say it, also bad.
He used to be okay. What
He,
happened?
but now that he's on the Rockies, he's going to be horrible.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
It's going to be awful because his fastball's not good. He's going to get obliterated.
I do see the Rockies have the same dumb baseball brain that I have, and they just saw sinker. We need it.
They saw, oh, I know that name. I know that name. I'm just like,
That guy played in the majors once.
yeah. Austin Gomber is we both have this. Players you hate for no reason at all. I
Austin.
hate Austin Gomber. I hate Austin Gomber, and it makes me happy that he's bad.
Yeah, I'm very indifferent towards Austin Gomber.
As you should be. I don't know why I hate him.
Yeah, I hate David Fletcher and all David Fletcher likes. I'm gonna make a team of my David Fletchers, and Miles Straw and Brendan Doyle will be in the outfield.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, David Fletcher at short, Nicky Lopez at second. Okay, we're getting sidetracked. This is my fault.
And then to round out the rotation, you have Dakota Hudson and a man named Ryan Feltner, who I have no idea who that is.
Ryan Feltner has good hair. That's all I know. That's all I can tell you. Dakota Hudson was on the Cardinals for a long time.
Yeah, I do know Dakota Hudson, and he's another guy that's like he's gonna suck at course. He gives up too much contact.
This guy sucked everywhere else. What makes you think he's better at cores?
So
This is an F minus.
this yeah, the easiest grade of all time. And this is
This
an
is the
F.
worst rotation
F
ever.
F F. This rotation's awful. They stink. Bullpen is not much better. I will say I really like Justin Lawrence. I hope he gets traded. He could be a good
Justin
reliever.
Lawrence, that stuff is unreal.
Great slider. Great slider. And another guy I was just kind of learning about. His name's Jake Bird.
Jake Bird.
He threw 89 and a third innings last season. He had a 4.33 ERA, which is pretty good for Coors Field. And he has a 108 stuff plus with a 100 location plus.
Expect Jake Bird to be traded at the deadline.
I hope so, because he's got some pretty good stuff, and he's 28.
Except it's the Rockies. They will never do that.
Jake Bird and Justin Lawrence are the two bullpen pieces where I can watch them pitch. The other guys, Tyler Kinley had a 6 ERA. I mean, it was 16 innings, but he's 33.
Grow up.
He's 33.
16 innings when you're 33.
He's never had a good season.
It's one of those guys that just like slips through the cracks. There's like, yeah, we'll resign Tyler Kinley, I guess.
Yeah, he had a 86 stuff plus. They had two guys that threw more than 10 innings for them last year with a stuff plus over 100.
I mean, yeah, in your bullpen, like
One of them is Pierce Johnson.
notable brave.
So Jake Bird's the only guy on the entire who threw 10 plus innings for the Rockies at all last year that had a stuff plus over 100, which is bad.
What are they teaching these pitchers?
I,
Because these guys are probably okay coming in and then they just become the worst pitcher ever.
yeah, it's like that's why it sucks that Dolander went there.
I know it does.
I mean, and it does. So we should say this: Herman Marquez is injured. He did reply to my happy birthday DM. So
Good guy alert, Herman
rooting,
Marquez.
rooting for Herman Marquez and Antonio Senzatella, who's also not good but better than some of these guys. They both are hurt with Tommy John recovering from TJ from last year, so they're not factoring in.
So do with that what you will.
Do with that whatever you. It's still an F. The bullpen's an F.
It's an F.
It's an F. Jalen Beeks, notable Red Sox. We traded Jalen Beeks for Nathan Eovaldi in 2018.
Oh yeah.
He's going to wear the number 69 for the Rockies. He's fine.
Yeah,
Just a guy.
Man.
Daniel Bard is also hurt, so that's why we're not talking about him, by the way. Because notable Red Sox Daniel Bard, coolest story in baseball that he came from the Yips.
Yeah, his weird fact is my friend's cousin, or not cousin, uncle.
So that's so weird.
Yeah, I remember because he told me that his uncle or cousin, I can't remember at this point, in middle school, he was like, yeah, he plays pro baseball. And I was like, oh, whatever. And it was Daniel Bard.
Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, bullpen's great as an F. I will take Michael Toglia is a first baseman. Toglia, I can't remember. UCLA kid.
I think it's Toglia,
yeah. He's gonna get up. This is
he was up a little bit last year.
Yeah, he's struggled both cameos he's made.
Yeah, he rocks stirrups though, so there's a positive.
And you know what Rocky's first baseman in the minors I'm gonna shout out next.
Who do we got?
Grant Levine, baby. New Hampshire product, Grant Levine. I hope he makes his debut. I hope Tolia sucks.
Grant from the Granite State, man.
Grant Levine needs to make his pro debut. He was drafted at 42nd overall in 2018. I want it. I want to see him hit a nuke at Coors Field because that man has juice.
Shout out New Hampshire.
Shout out New Hampshire. That's my Hampshire reference for the episode.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I'm looking through guys that might be ready to make an appearance. Jordan Beck. I forgot they have Jordan Beck, the Tennessee kid. He's not going to make it up this year, though. So
frozen.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, am I back? Now I can't.
Yeah, you're back. Yeah.
We'll cut that out.
It'll buff right out. It's the Rockies, man. There's not a ton to say.
They're over under 60.5. What are you rolling with?
That's a real low one. I'll say even.
Well, you can't say even.
Actually, you can't win a half game. They're over. Over.
Damn, that's bold because I'm going under.
I don't know why. They suck and they play in a really good division, but they're gonna go over.
All right, that's fair. You know what? Fuck it. The line's at a reason. The line is there for a reason, but I'm going under. So there it is. I hope you sickos enjoyed 19 minutes of Rockies talk. It's crazy.